Hi, good morning, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all of you would be absolutely fit and fine, safe and healthy. So, welcome back to my channel. Okay, and today we will talk about this functionality like pointing our domain. Okay, to AWS resource. Like if we have hosted some websites or some application on EC2 instance or with AWS ElasticBeansTalk. Okay, if you have hosted some of our application or the API or the REST API on that, okay, then we can connect that resource, the website or the project, whichever we have been hosted on EC2 instance either or Elastic Beanstalk, that we can connect to our domain. Okay, so you might have booked any domain from GoDaddy or some different domain registrar. Okay, and you have hosted your application or the website on EC2 machine or the virtual machine itself, or you have hosted your application on the website through AWS Elastic Beanstalk itself. Okay, so in the previous video, we have seen the demonstration that we have created a ASP.NET MVC web app. Okay, and we have deployed that MVC web app to AWS Elastic Beanstalk itself. Okay, and we were able to browse that application from the Beanstalk auto-generated Beanstalk browser URL itself. Okay, and we were able to see the application on the browser itself. Okay, so that was one thing that we may develop the application with Elastic Beanstalk itself. Okay, so I will share the link of that video where we have seen that demonstration in the description of this video itself, so that you can go through that itself. Okay, and after that, in this video session, we are going to discuss that if your app is ready and hosted on AWS Elastic Beanstalk, and you have the public IP address of the provisioned EC2 instance in the background that is provisioned by the Elastic Beanstalk itself. Okay, then what we can do, we can point our domain. Okay, whatever our business domain we have like example.com or www.xyz.com, whatever is your domain name. Okay, and you can point that domain name, you can map that domain name to your Elastic Beanstalk URL itself. Okay, so that is the part of this demonstration that what I'm going to describe in this video itself. Okay, so let us move forward. So in order to get a domain, you should have book a domain from any domain registrar itself. Okay, like GoDaddy or some other domain registrar. You will book your domain for your business. That may be something www.xyz.com or something. So the name of your domain can be as per your choice. Okay, so the first step, you need to book a domain. Okay, that you can book from the GoDaddy itself. Okay, so for example, I have booked a domain, this cloudfundage.com. Okay, so in the GoDaddy login, if you will go there in the My Product section, okay, if you'll go that, you can see your domain name, whatever domain name you might have booked. Okay, and just scroll down, and here you can see the DNS domain naming system. So DNS tab will be there. So once we will click on DNS itself, we can see the DNS records itself. Okay, so by default, we will go on the DNS records itself. We can see what are the DNS records. So DNS records are the basic entries that it helps us to point the domain to the resource itself or the hosted application itself. Okay, so in my case, because I have already pointed this domain to my GoDaddy, this GoDaddy domain name server, I have already modified to one of my AWS hosted zone itself. Okay, that I already have created. So that's why it is redirecting to this page itself, domain help. Otherwise, you can see, in the name server section, just let's click on the name servers itself. Okay, So here we have a specified the name servers. Okay, by default, when you will book the domain from GoDaddy, so these name servers will be from GoDaddy itself. Okay, so these are not the name servers from GoDaddy itself. That will be something different. Okay, that was from GoDaddy itself. But these name servers are from my AWS Route 53 hosted zone. Okay, so as I have connected my domain to AWS hosted zone. I hosted my application on AWS ElasticBeans itself. Okay, and I have used the name server of Route 53. That is also from AWS itself. Okay, so from Route 53 AWS hosted zone, you will get different the whole name servers from AWS itself. That name server you need to register. You need to make entries here. Okay, so by default on this GoDaddy page, on this name server page, you will see the name server of GoDaddy itself. Okay, what you have to do, you have to change it, the name server. Okay, so you will click on change name server, and in this entries, you will have to update the name server itself. Okay, if I will make it GoDaddy default name server, then this will be changed, and GoDaddy's default name server will appear here. Okay, but uh, as we are connecting this to our Route 53 hosted zone itself, that we will be using for AWS Elastic Beanstalk application itself. Okay, so that's why we have updated these name servers from Route 53 hosted zone itself. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll go on the Route 53 service itself. So in the previous video, we have seen that. Let us go first. Elastic Beans service. So when we will go on Elastic Beanstalk, in the previous video, we have seen that we have created an environment, a cloud fundage environment itself. Okay, and when we will click on this, and this is the environment name is itself. Okay, and when we will copy this, we can browse this. Okay, this website is also hosted on AWS Elastic Beanstalk itself. Okay, right, and when we have hosted this web app on Elastic Beanstalk, in the background, it has created a EC2 machine itself, right? So we can see the machine also. This EC2 machine, it has created in the background, and this is the we have assigned a public Elastic IP also with this machine. So this is the IP of that machine itself, which is created, and in this machine are this web app has been hosted itself. Okay. So now what I want, when somebody will browse cloudfundage.com. Okay, he or she should see this web page itself. Okay, because the user will not remember this auto-generated URL itself, that is from AWS Elastic Beans itself. Okay, so this application should be connected to some user-friendly name like this. Okay, like the domain, that your domain, whatever domain you have booked. So we need to connect this AWS Elastic Beanstalk application URL itself to the actual domain name. So for that purpose, what we have to do. Okay, so we already have the Elastic Beanstalk URL and the EC2 instance that has been already configured, and the EC2 instance has already a static Elastic IP itself. Okay, all those things we have already. Okay, now in order to connect this EC2 instance, this IP, public Elastic IP, to the domain, or this Elastic Beans URL to the domain, okay, what we have to do, we have to go on Route 53. Okay, so Route 53 is the DNS domain naming system, DNS management service from AWS itself. Okay, and when you will go here, you have to create a DNS zone itself. Okay, so DNS hosted zone you need to create. So you can see I already have created a hosted zone itself. Okay, there you can see we have one hosted zone that I have already created. At the first time, if you will go on the Route 53, you will not get any hosted zone already created here. You need to create one. Okay, so you will create the button to create the hosted zone itself. Okay, so let us go inside, and clicking here, you can create the hosted zone. Here you have to put your domain name, like whatever is your domain name, you need to put your domain name here itself. Okay. And you can write a description here. But that is optional. Okay. And it will be a public hosted zone. There are two types of hosted zone itself. One is the public and one is the private. So private hosted zone is to create the hosted zone for the private resources itself, and all those resources that is intended to run within the private VPC itself. Okay, not outside the VPC. Okay, so that is for the private one, for the local resources. Okay, and there are some local URLs also that is the within the intranet. So for that purpose, we are using the private hosted zone. So we are not talking about that in this video. So we will select the public hosted zone here. Okay, and after that, you need to create hosted zone. You need to hit this button. So after this cloud with this name, a hosted zone will be created here, and you will be able to see the number. Like one hosted zone is available here in the route 53. You can see that this count will increase, that you already have created a hosted zone here. After that, when you will go inside, okay, hosted zone, you will see this entry, okay, that you have created the one hosted zone. We need to go inside that, okay, and here we have to, by default, you will see these two records itself, right? This NS record and SOA record, okay, these two records will be there. But after that, you need to enter these two records manually, the A record and this A record. The first A record is for the cloudfundage.com, the actual domain name. So let me click and show you, okay. So for the first A record without subdomain, okay, only the root domain name will be there. You need to select this option, record type, routes traffic to an IPv4 address and some AWS resource. Okay, so this option we have to select. Like route 53 will route the request from the browser to a specific IPv4 address, IP address, or some AWS resource itself. Okay, so that this option we have to select. We need to select here. Okay, and we can specify the IP address of EC2 instance, where this the elastic IP address of EC2 instance, which has been configured by AWS ElasticBeans itself. So this is the IP address of my website itself, where this cloudfundage.com that I have given here. Okay, and we need to select here simple routing. Okay, there are different kind of routing here, like weightage routing, geolocation, latency. So all these are various kind of routing policies that are being used for the different kind of load balancing and different kind of routing policies we need to set up for our domain. Okay, so that we will discuss in some different videos. Okay, for now we will select this simple routing. Okay, and we have to save this. So this one record, record type A with cloudfundage.com will appear here, and with the IP specified IP. The similar kind of one more record we need to enter that, but that will be with the www subdomain here. So in that case, you need to specify here www and cloudfundage.com. Okay, and rest other properties will be same itself. Okay, so let me uncheck this, and I'll show you what I have entered here in this. So yeah, in this record we have specified www, okay, and the same record type and the same IP itself and simple routing. Okay, so these two record you need to enter here. Okay, and after making this two record entry here, okay, you need to copy these name servers. Okay, these 4 name servers you can see here, that is from this hosted zone. Okay, this name servers we need to copy and replicate here, replace these name servers on this GoDaddy in this edit name server page itself. Okay, so you can see I have already updated that ns1335 AWS DNS 38.org. Okay, and we can see here this one, right? Okay, and 177.1707 co.uk. So I already have updated. So all these four DNS addresses we need to update here in the name server form itself, and we need to save that. Okay. So once you have made all these configurations, okay, and save itself, your domain should point to this IP address, okay? And this IP address is the IP address of my EC2 instance where this application has been hosted. Okay, so we can browse the application with IP address also. We can browse the application with the Elastic Beans URL also. Even you can specify the route this from the AWS, Elastic Beans URL also itself, right? So in that case, what you have to see, either you can the IP address or you can select this allies, okay? And allies to AWS Elastic Beans environment, okay? You need to select your region where you have deployed your AWS Elastic Beans itself, and you need to select the environment, okay? So that is one way. Other, you can directly give the IP address, okay, of the EC2 instance where this application has been hosted here itself, okay? So once you do all these settings itself, okay, your domain will be mapped the to the website or the application which you have hosted with the AWS Elastic Beans or the IP address or the EC2 instance where this application has been hosted, okay? So this is the process of connecting your GoDaddy domain, okay, to your application itself, okay, or the website or the web app, whatever you have hosted, okay. So this is the process for connecting that AWS domain, GoDaddy domain to AWS ElasticBeansTalk or EC2 instance itself, okay. But even for other domain registrar, if you have registered your domain in other with other domain registrars also, you may get some kind of panel like this where you can update this name server itself, okay. So you might get different UI, different management console as per the different registrar itself, but the process is same. You need to update the name server itself, okay. And the name servers you will get from the hosted zone here, okay. And you will get this name server, and this name server you need to update with your registrar, okay. And your domain will be connected to the application itself, okay. So that is the process of it, okay. And next one, you can also check here, okay. So it will take few minutes or few seconds something after doing all this configuration to your domain to completely propagate to the resource itself, okay. So for that, after making the configurations, you definitely wait for few seconds, few minutes itself, sometimes possibly, and after that, that will be connected. The domain will be mapped to the resource itself, okay. Next, what I was trying to, okay, after making all this configuration, you can also verify here whether this mapping has been done successfully or not. So what you can do, there's a test record button, right? So when you will click on the test record, so you can select the records itself, right? So first I'm checking the record without www, okay, and what type of record we are checking? We are checking for the IPv4 address, okay, and click on get response button. So in the result, you will see that there is no error, okay, and the route 53 is returning this IP address, okay, with this domain itself, okay. So it is a kind of re-verification that our domain is connected to this IP address itself, okay. And if you want to select with the subdomain also, you want to test, let's put the www, okay, and we are testing the same record itself. Let's get response. Okay. So in that also, response returned by route 53, that is the IP address of the resource. So that is a way to verify whether we have done the mapping properly or not. Okay. So that was the way for testing and verifying the mapping itself. Okay. So yeah, that was all about mapping the domain to your Elastic Beanstalk or EC2 instance itself with the Elastic IP of the resource. Okay. So that is it for now, guys. I hope you like this video. If you find the videos very informative, okay, I would request please like the video and subscribe to my channel, so you will be automatically notified for all upcoming videos, all such interesting upcoming videos from my channel itself. Okay, and this is also required for motivating the team to prepare more such interesting videos for the community and for the developer friends itself. Okay, thank you very much for now. Looking forward to connect in the next videos itself. Thank you very much for watching the video.